Sanath, Jayasurya and Kumar Sangakkra will open the innings. With change in batting order.
Probably as the reason that Marvan Atapattu has had a few problems with the ball coming into him. And
place. Game 2 underway. It's gone over the top, hasn't timed it too well. Third man getting underneath it and he's picked up a wicket. Irfan Pathan picks up the all-important wicket of Sanath Jayasurya. He's found the gap. Sangakkra in full flow is a
net point and just square of him. Right into the gap. Just both field is watching it go through. I think he just managed to get his bat down on time. End of the over, Sri Lanka 9 for 1.
And Marvan Atapattu picks up a boundary as well. That should give him some confidence.
That is the area that Atapattu is strongest. He loves it outside the off stump, and that was short, waiting to be hit. And Atapattu obliged. Very soundly hit. Certainly would give him confidence. He certainly needs a few shots like that. Fine delivery by Prakash. You would see Atapattu just chasing that delivery at 116.9 k's per hour, and the outside edge. Dhoni.
And that's very fine enough to get him another boundary.
And then the captain who came in at number 3 following.
That's nicely played. Such a talented player, Mahela Jayawardene, just using the pace of Pathan here. That's taken. Number 3 goes down for Sri Lanka. It's all threes at the moment.
A disappointed Mahela Jayawardene walks away, and Sri Lanka in deep trouble. Just spooning that simple catch, came on the front foot from off and put it to leg.
Again, good placement. It's such a quick outfield and is running downhill. And Sachin Tendulkar. That's nicely played. Chase for Pathan, but the ball wins.
After fielding the needed early wickets, and they got them.
Midon could come into play. Yes, Tendulkar. Another wicket. Sangakkra dismissed. The Indians are on a roll.
Well, this is disaster for himself. I think it was again just not ready for that shot. An afterthought again. The ball swung away from him. Couldn't quite control it. Spliced it straight into the hands of Tendulkar.
Dilhara. New man in, a big appeal and he's given him! Pat first it was, the in-swinger from Pathan. Consecutive wickets, and India can't do better than this.
It's got nothing to do with the wicket, it's just the in-swing, the pad going across, and that was absolutely plumb. Billy Bowden had absolutely no hesitation to adjudge that one as LBW. But to Pathan's credit, he's bowling the right line. Dilshan also gone for 0, first ball. It's 54 for 5 now, Sri Lanka.
He's got a lot of work to do, but Pathan is on a hat-trick. 2 Indian bowlers.
Right-handed Maruf.
Oh, he saved it. In fact, gets off the mark. Parvez Maruf. This is a fast outfield. Runs away to the boundary. So getting off the mark with the boundary.
Well, that's in the air as well, but that's going to fall safe. They'll get a couple.
Very fortunate. Parvez Maruf was surprised by the short delivery from Ajit Agarkar and was in no position to play the full shot. Lucky to survive, and luckier to pick up 2.
Indeed, the ball just came into him much quicker than he anticipated.
Spin could be tight, directed. Dhoni doing extremely well. Bit of hesitancy on the part of the two batsmen.
Dhoni very quick indeed. That could have been close, yes.
Venugopal Rao was getting in the way. Man had silly point. The bat was in the air. Directed would have had him.
The outside edge going down the leg side, and Rahul Dravid has not made any mistake there. So that is a terrific delivery. Russell Arnold walks back to the pavilion. It's 6 down.
It's a great angle, bowling from around the stumps. Harbhajan Singh from that angle gets the ball to curve in to the left-handers. Great release, look at the seam. Bit of curve, batsman trying to play on the onside, closes the face of the bat a little too early. Doesn't get simpler for Rahul Dravid. He's safe as a church, and Harbhajan is ecstatic. The local boy picks up an important wicket. Sri Lanka struggling, 71 for 6. Chaminda wouldn't have expected to come into bat in the 19th over, but he's quite a handy player. Average of just under 15, 150 against his name. And he's got to bat well. Gets off the mark, Chaminda. Yuvraj Singh, the man at point, and he slips down as well. Chaminda, the non-striker's in.
Well, he had another run if he wanted it, but he's just slipped on that verdant area next to the wicket. This is the wicket. He got sucked into playing on the onside because the angle was into him. Played against the turn. So there is turn. That's evidence for you, Shiva, that there is turn. Ideal way of getting a left-hander. Must be very gratifying for Harbhajan as well as Dravid.
Maruf picks up a single. Also the field that you were talking about, the two men in the deep, was a deep square leg and a deep mid wicket, and then there was a mid-on. So there were wide open spaces for the single. That's exactly what Russell Arnold was looking at. That forced him to play against the spin, and boy, wasn't he delighted. It's quite a character, Harbhajan. And we need them in this game. More runs, this time for Vas, and it's a boundary. 19 overs gone, it's 77 for 6.
Misunderstanding, directed. This could be trouble. Vas walking back already. The middle stump has been knocked out of the ground. A nice flat throw by Ajit Agarkar. And the Indians at the moment can do no wrong. Number 7 goes down. 3 stumps to aim at. The centre stump goes for a walk. And so does Vas. 80 for 7. And
Very nicely played by Upul. Chandana, he'll pick up 4 for that. So that give full credit to the Indian bowlers. But it's been poor batting from the Sri Lankans so far.
That's again trying to play against the turn.
And that's what saved him.
2 slips waiting there. That's the arm ball, and that's an appeal. It's also been taken, so there's no inside edge.
Yes, it was that big step forward and perhaps just outside the off stump as it knocked his pad.
He's got it. Yadav has done it for India, and Rahul Dravid, a tame dismissal, trying to force the issue. Maru just playing on the rise and straight into Yuvraj's hands at point. So number 8 walks back to the pavilion for Sri Lanka.
Perhaps frustrated at the fact that he was not scoring runs. Maruf trying to hit on the up, only able to find Yuvraj Singh, and
there is an appeal, and he's got him. Well, Would you believe it? JP Yadav is on a hat-trick. Very well bowled.
Coming in at the fall of the 8th wicket. Ball pitching right around middle and leg stump. So he's unable to get his bat to it. Umpire Prakash says yes, that's going to hit middle and leg stump. No one.
Oh, there is a good hit to save the hat-trick. 4 runs. It's 108 for 9. That's in the air, but that'll get him runs. Harbhajan didn't pick it up. It wouldn't have mattered even if he did. That is a great shot, played over extra cover. He made room for himself and got 4 for it.
An unorthodox Murali, that's what he is. And it's not easy when he's in this mood, because you don't know where his feet are going to move and where he's going to hit the ball. So it becomes very difficult for the bowler to direct it into a correct spot, because he goes all over the place and hits the ball in different directions.
That's more runs. That's another boundary for Muralitharan. Using his feet, attacking Yadav. Down to the square leg boundary for 4.
That's exactly what I said. The first one he moved away from his stumps and hit it onto the off. Now he goes down this track and hits it onto the leg. Will unnerve any bowler, and that has given him 2 boundaries, and this so far becomes the most expensive over in this innings.
They've strained him up. What a performance by India this. 122 all out Sri Lanka. That's after Dravid won the toss and decided to field first. They meant business from the outset. Man was dismissed.
Playing against the turn. Murali should know better than anybody else. Turn and bounce, clipping the top of middle stump, and that's a spinner's delight. Harbhajan is bowled extremely well. Looking good. And there's the duo. Huge roll from the crowd. Tendulkar and Sehwag. Tendulkar, another milestone. 350th one-day international for the little master. 350th match. And look at those stats. Average of just under 45. And strike rate 86.2, the best of 186. Only a genius can achieve this. And he's still got a long way to go.
Virender Sehwag.
Refer to the second slip in place. Off the mark. And this is a fast outfield. And good work in the deep. Indians underway, and so is Sehwag.
Yes, there's only one way he'll play. He'll look to be dominant from the outset. Now that is a boundary. India off the mark, not with 2, but 4. He's got hold of that one. In the gap and into the boundary. 10 for no loss.
The whole of India been very happy with the return of the little man, Tendulkar. Even happier getting 93 in the first game. People here in Mohali will expect a good innings from him.
Well, he's got off the mark in stride. That's banged down the ground with immense power. It was in the air for a bit. Nice way to get off the mark. Nice confident strike. Good to see when Tendulkar hits with that power.
And he hit it straight as well. Last ball at 131, but I'm sure it disappeared to the fence at 200 Ks.
That is a good hit.
One, so he's looking to try and dig it in, really not getting that bounce. And Sehwag making merry at the end.
Well, Sehwag is just the ideal batsman for these low totals. Sometimes these very low totals have a uncanny knack of actually stinging you. Stranger things have played in position now. Fine leg has come up. He's gone for it, and this time fine leg, and it's gone the distance. 6 runs to Sehwag. Fine leg had just come up, and that's where he played the shot.
Nothing's holding Sehwag back. There was a man down at deep square leg. There was a man down at deep fine leg. And the short one, Sehwag took it on. And right over the man at deep fine leg.
Brilliant hit. So he is going to play his own aggressive brand of cricket. 18 to him, just of 12 deliveries. This time he's gone over the top. Wide of third man, 1 bounce out. So 4 more for Sehwag. You can't bowl short to him.
Sehwag on a roll. Nuwan Soisa getting the treatment. He's been bowling short. He needs to try and keep it up. The Sri Lankans looking to try something different on Sehwag, but Sehwag certainly up to it. This time outside off stump, and he punishes it through the offside. In there.
That's his favourite shot. Doesn't try and keep it down. Very deliberately plays it over the top. 4 more. There was nothing wrong with that delivery, Ranjit. It's just the mood. These two have decided that when they come into bat, they're going to attack. And things seem to be going their way at the moment.
The crowd really going berserk. They're standing on the seats, and everything's happening here. And it's now Tendulkar's turn. Just bashing at the delivery from Chamindawaz. It was in fact a good length delivery, but that was hammered through the mid-wicket region.
Runs, very deliberately played into the gap. That's tremendous timing. It might go all the way. This is a fast outfield, and it does. Not more than a gentle push, but it's run all the way to the boundary.
So they're dealing in boundaries. Tendulkar is through and through the offside. Just a gentle push into the gap.
That is very cheeky indeed. No fine leg in possession, and
Sachin Tendulkar that time pitched outside off stump. Just look at the way he just took it across. Dealt with it in real artistic fashion. Well, the Sri Lankans really have their work cut out here.
Oh, that's been put down. It's a difficult chance. It was hit hard, but it was in the air. Well, Marvan Atapattu it is, who got both hands to it but couldn't quite hold on.
Yes, it went like a bullet past Atapattu. Atapattu to his left. Really didn't have much time.
No foot movement at all, but that was a cracker of a shot.
Nuwan Soisa, his strength is movement, and he should explore all possibilities of getting that.
More runs, and that might run away for another boundary. 50 up for the Indians at the end of the 6th. 50 for no loss. I like that today. Well, that's greeting Muralitharan. They're going to attack him. Sachin Tendulkar, so quick on his feet. Reaches the pitch, and a very, very straight hit. What a wonderful shot.
But the Indians are wasting no time whatsoever. Even the great Muralitharan is taken on. This, no doubt, would be a good contest, but you would see the Indians certainly having the edge.
4 more. A glorious off drive. This is an absolute treat at the moment.
Shot number 1 was over the top, and the next one more along the ground, getting to the pitch of it, slightly in the air for a while, but right into the gap.
He's gone over the top. That is handsome. That is a wonderful boundary for Sehwag, right from the meat of the bat.
And once again, enormous power. Sehwag this time going over the top. Again with a great deal of power, not much movement of the feet, but bat meets ball.
33 Sehwag, 31 Tendulkar. He's gone over the top as well. 4 more. They are really turning on the pressure. Oopsie, he's got his man. Maruf has got him. In 2 minds, Sehwag with that big backlift, whether to go over the top or not. Changing his mind at the last instant. Only managing a very, very soft dismissal back into the hands of Parvez Maruf. So Sri Lanka have broken through. It's 80 for 1.
Yes, Maruf's persistence and good line paying off. Rather soft dismissal from Sehwag. Maruf picking up that quad and ball quite easily. So the Sri Lankans at least could tell themselves they've already picked up a wicket. Sehwag goes quad and ball Maruf for a well-made 38. India 80 for 1.
Down the track, gets hold of it. 1 bounce over the rope. And what's good to see, India not just going through the motions. They know Sri Lanka on the mat. And they're just driving home the advantage. Excellent use of the feet. He's a hungry boy, Harbhajan. He won't have to put his pads on, he would hope. Lovely shot. Superb placement as well. Wasn't all that bad a delivery, but it was struck on the up. And once again, what's the balance?
Absolute beauty.
Well, he goes after that. He doesn't quite time it, but that will take Tendulkar to another half-century. You can see what a difference he makes to that Indian dressing room. Another top innings. The champion is back. No doubt about that. Yes, 43 balls and 10 boundaries punctuating that knock of his.
As Ravi said, he didn't really get hold of it, but still it was in the gap and had enough legs to travel to the boundary. Salutes to the dressing room. Another feather in the cap. Consecutive half-centuries in the series, and he's certainly on fire.
Bang, down the ground, that's 4. And that's come right out of the meat of the blade.
Maruf could hardly move. He had just about completed the follow-through when the ball just flew past him. Couldn't even get a hand to it. That was timed to perfection and hit with tremendous power. Muralitharan obviously wanting to try and keep Tendulkar quiet, at least 1 over.
Hit it hard again. Great effort in the deep. Jayawardene, the man in the deep. It's difficult to pick up the ball with the low lights. Saved a certain boundary.
Kept him quiet for 2 deliveries, and then he opens himself out a good stretch, getting right to the pitch of the ball. That was going like a bullet. Brilliant work down in the deep from Jayawardene.
Big appeal, Billy Bowden thinks about it, and the cricket finger goes up. Murali picks up a wicket. His first on this tour.
It pitched around leg stump. That certainly was the dusra. And Murali just screaming his appeal, and umpire Billy Bowden this time says yes, it's going on, possibly to hit the leg stump. And so Yadav, after 19 deliveries and making 19 runs, goes back to the pavilion. India then 115 for 2.
Big appeal, Sangakkara is convinced. Tendulkar stands his ground.
With a smile on his face, says no. It looked like it brushed the glove on the way.
And he answers it in style, going straight down the ground, picking up a run, remaining not out on 67. It's yet another emphatic win for India over Sri Lanka. They've done it again, this time winning the toss and deciding to